it live? I don't know. I don't know if I believe you. Let's see. It doesn't say we're live on my phone. Is it rolling? All right. I don't see any green lights on your screen. Oh, okay. Well, kick it one time then. Do it. Yeah. Hey, y'all, I'm Big City Brian Wright. Welcome to my show, Honkytonkitis, inside Nashville. We're live at the gym floor. This is my band, the Honky Tonk Aristocracy, back here. We're going to bring you some real country music. We're going to talk about some real country music. And we'll chat with the fellow artist, Layne, here shortly. But we'll start off with some real country music. How about that? Started out with a little wailing for you. We'd like to do it kind of like he did, do it our own way. That's what we're here to talk about here on the Honkytonkitis inside Nashville. It's a show about country music here in Nashville, and we like to showcase a lot of artists that maybe not are in the mainstream. There's things, guys out there doing it their own way, kind of like we do. All right, we'll play a song off my new album. It's called No Love in a Honky Tonk. It's out right now. Y'all check it out. Lonely hearts are drawn inside by the crying of steel guitar and a neon sign. Some of us learn, but most of us don't. There ain't no love in a honky-tonk. Socially, it's where the lonely go. The old feel young and the young feel old. It's a highway to hell, this ain't no street of gold. There ain't no love in a honky-tonk. Smiling, having fun, trying like hell, drinking heartache undone. It'll pick you up, but love you it won't. Oh, there ain't no love in the honky-tonk. Thank y'all. That song off my new album is called They're All Drinking Songs. That song's called No Love in a Honky Tonk. Actually, both the CDs are available on my website, and it's shopbcbw.com. So y'all go there and check it out if you want the full album. But that song and the first song, They're All Drinking Songs, is available on iTunes and Amazon and anywhere you stream or buy music. So go check that out. And Spotify, I think it's on there too. So y'all go in there and stream it and listen to it. The rest of them will be coming out here shortly. All right, we're going to have a special guest. Mr. Corey Layne is going to come join us. So we'll set up for him real quick. Got what you need, Chris, camera-wise? Well, thank you all for joining us. First thing I would ask is everybody that's paying attention right now, if you don't mind, share it with all your friends, and maybe somebody will tune in and get to know us here on the Honkytonkitis Inside Nashville show. Thanks again for joining us. I don't know where everybody's at right now, and we'll check in with you later, but please comment and tell us where you are, and we'll try to acknowledge you here shortly. Well, Corey, thanks for joining us, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. For people that don't know Corey Layne, this is another singer-songwriter here in Nashville, and we're going to showcase him tonight, talk to him about his story in country music, and let him play a few songs for us. Man, thanks for coming in. We do appreciate you coming. And you live here local in Nashville, right?
I do.
All right. Well,
Sure
where did a guy like you come from?
Well, I come from East Tennessee. And,
another one of those.
Yeah, from the mountains over there, South Pittsburgh, Tennessee.
Well, a lot of good people from over that way, and anybody that's a good friend of Jeff's and Tammy's, also is East Tennessee folks, is always welcome here. So we do appreciate you coming, man.
I appreciate you having me.
Yeah. Well, you grew up down in Pittsburgh, South Pittsburgh?
I did. I grew up down there, and I was raised with cornbread and, you know, because Lodge cast iron skillets down there. And,
oh, man.
Lodge manufacturing. So I was raised with the real cornbread. And
that's the only way.
And pirate football.
Yeah. That's funny. For all of y'all out there, there is a Pittsburgh, Tennessee. So it's down there south of Chattanooga. It's not to be confused with Steeltown. This is This is frying pan town.
Well, funny thing is, it's
cast iron.
It's cast iron. Now it was named after Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The coal miners came down.
Right?
Yeah, the coal miners came down, and they were mining, and they thought that place would be a real huge place for industry. And when they got there, they named it South Pittsburgh, but they took the H off of it.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
So they defected.
Defected.
You think there was any friction up there between the North and the South, and the guys just bailed out?
There was actually. There was. If you'll in history, my grandfather, his name was Bob Hookey. Now he was over the historical society there, and he told me stories all the time. And there was a gunfight on Christmas Eve on the front street of South Pittsburgh, and it was everybody basically in South Pittsburgh that the gunfight, and it had to do with the manufacturing and all that. The people were going on strike and everything. So there's a lot of history there in South Pittsburgh, man. It's crazy. And yeah, they tucked the tail and ran back home, and so we had South Pittsburgh to ourselves.
Man, that's pretty awesome. Well, that's a good area down there. It's really pretty, and like you said, you kind of get the mountains and the water. Everything's kind of coming together. And east side of the state is definitely prettier than we're here in Middle Tennessee. Is really beautiful, but it's a little flatter,
a little deep.
You don't get the big mountains like you guys got down there.
Right.
Now, is that a good place to hide for somebody like you?
Yeah, it is. There's some caves and stuff. Yeah, you can go into.
You got you a place picked out, and with everything that's been going on in the world.
Well, yeah, I do.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You got room for me?
Yeah, I do.
Right.
I got a place picked out in South Pittsburgh. I have a place picked out in the northern part of New York, and then the northern part of Minnesota. So, the northern parts up there in the New York and Minnesota, they're country as we are.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, good places up there, man.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, so guy grows up down in South Pittsburgh. How'd you get into music as far as
Well, my grandparents, my dad, my grandparents were they had a gospel trio.
Yeah.
My grandfather actually sang on the Grand Ole Opry, and he didn't sing a lot on it, but he sang on it.
That's pretty cool, because back in those days, it was probably a lot harder to get on.
Well, I don't know how hard it was to get on, over there. I know he did sing with little Jimmy Dickens.
Yeah.
And then my dad, I can remember there's home videos, man, of my dad with the guitar, and he's humming and getting me to sing on tune. And every single time I would get off tune, he would stop playing the guitar, and he'd hum the tune and make me match it. And I was 2-3 years old when he was doing this.
So he was whipping you early.
He was, but I appreciate that, you know, because he taught me, you know, vocally everything I know.
Yeah, I had my folks. I mean, some of the first live performances were, you know, in the kind of a bluegrass family band.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know where you're coming from, and that's so fun, and you know, you get to know your family in a different atmosphere, I think. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, Christmas time back when I was a little kid, when my dad's sisters were still living and stuff, when I was a little kid, we'd sit in my meemaw's house and they'd sing their gospel songs and, you know, everything. That 3-part harmony, that family harmony, you can't beat it. And but yeah, man, it was a good time growing up, and music's always been a part of my life.
Yeah, well, that's special to have it in your family like that. And you the first one. I mean, you said your grandparents or whatever played, and did they make a living with it, or is it more?
They actually did. Now, well, so my grandfather was a meat cutter.
Yeah.
But they were on the road all the time, and my dad actually, that's what he does for a living. He does that, and he owns a business. And but I mean, it's just, you know, it was birthed into me.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't something that I asked for. It was something that just came.
Yeah.
And I went through a lot of trials and tribulations, man. I lost my voice for a long time.
Is that right?
I did, and
Where did you find it?
Well, I found it when I found God.
Is that right?
That's the truth. I cleaned my life up, and
well, good for you.
Yeah.
Well, when you got into the music portion of your life and you decided it was going to be your calling or whatever.
Yeah.
What kind of moves were you making at that time?
Well, I went on tour. I got a phone call, and it was from somebody that wanted me to go on tour with a black gospel artist named Eddie James, and wanted me to do background vocals for him.
Yeah.
And so I went on the road, and initially I was going to do gospel music. That was my thing, but I was too Southern.
Yeah.
I was too country, and but he still loved to utilize that sound with his sound.
Right.
So, but I knew I wanted to be a singer, man. When I was 17 or 18, I can't really remember. I won a statewide competition, and then I went to represent the state of Tennessee and the United States in a worldwide competition.
Is that right?
And I ended up winning the worldwide singing competition. And when I stepped foot on that stage, it was at the RCA Dome when it was still up in Indianapolis, Indiana. When I stepped foot on that stage as a teenager, I looked at all them people that was in the crowd. I was terrified at first, but then when I looked at all of them and the music started, I said, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I don't care how much money I make. I'm going to do it. Yeah. And that's what I've been doing.
Man, and it's good to be able to recognize that. You know, a lot of people don't have that aha moment. Yeah. And it was very identifiable for you. So that's pretty cool, man. I like that. All right. Well, then you said you were going to do that. Were you approached and then brought to Nashville, or?
Well, I signed a little deal with an independent label and the label was actually from my hometown. Yeah. But they considered themselves based here. And that was just the dumbest mistake I'd ever made. But I was able to meet Jeff through that, and I was able to meet, you know, Tammy and them through that. And that's when I was going through the rocky times of my life, though, man. Yeah. You know, that's if I could go back in time, I would do things a whole lot different now, because I think you just got to grow, you know, and if you don't grow, then you're just gonna bury yourself. Yeah. And I wasn't growing. I was doing my own thing. I thought I was God's gift to music. Yeah. And I wasn't. Yeah. And I'm still not. Yeah. And I just had to come to the realization of that and be humble, and God humbled me really quick.
Well, that's great, and I'm happy that you got that realization too at a young age. You know? And hopefully you didn't do too much harm to yourself, and
went through a windshield. And that's what changed my life. I went through a windshield, and you know, after that experience, I said, you know what, never again. I'm gonna live different. I'm gonna be a different person. And so I went to a rehabilitation center for a year.
A year. Wow.
A year, man, and it was the hardest year of my entire life. But I did go, and when I got back, I told myself, if you want this music thing, then you go after it head on.
Yeah.
Don't stop. And I convinced myself to do it because I wasn't going to do music anymore. I had lost my voice. I couldn't sing a tune in a bucket, you know. And when I made that decision, started practicing, you know, working out them vocal, you know, chords and stuff, and it just happened. And, you know, things started happening. Before I decided to move back up here, I was getting phone calls from songwriters that had written, you know, hits that said, hey, come up and write with me. And I was like, man, this is crazy. I just decided to move back, and I'm getting, you know, phone calls from people that want me to write with them that's wrote hits. Yeah. So,
well, that's probably cool. God blessing you.
Yeah, I think it's God's favor.
Listening to what he was saying.
Yeah.
So I like that. Yeah, I mean, I know plenty of people that are people that don't understand addiction. It's a genetic thing.
It is.
And so some people have that, and they deal with other things like cancer or addiction or whatever. Right. I mean, everybody's got their own genetic code, right?
Right. Oh, absolutely.
So everybody thinks, oh, well, I'm so unlucky, I'm unfortunate. Well, guess what? Everybody's got something.
Everybody's got something.
So you deal with it how you deal with it, you know.
Right.
And it's the discipline that comes in after that, and the realization that I've got to live a better way. Right. That people have to realize. So
well, when you come to that realization, and you decide that you want to fix yourself, you don't. This is what I tell everybody. Now I've helped about 47 people get into rehabilitation, and you know, and so far 46 out of the 47 are still sober and everything. But you got to come to the realization, man, of, you know, I want it or I don't.
Yeah.
And I wanted it, so I just didn't want to be that person anymore.
Well, good for you, man.
Thanks,
That's
man.
awesome.
Appreciate
I hope you include some of that in your music.
I do.
When you write.
I do.
And as far as the writing stuff, do you have any favorite co-writers in town, or do you like to write alone, or what's your style on that?
It's 50-50 for me, man. I like to. I was told that I'm a verse writer.
Yeah.
So I'll write a verse and take it into a songwrite.
Yeah.
And then we'll make something out of it. It's like a painting.
Yeah.
But I was asked not too long ago, what's your writing process? And I said, well, have you ever seen a little kid sit down to eat his food and take his hands and just mix his food all up together and then eat it? I said, that's exactly the way that I write. I just mix my food up, and then I just take little bits and pieces from that, and I write. But my favorite two people so far have been Galen Griffin and Buddy Owens. Those two guys are we wrote a really good song, and I expect it to do something.
Well, good, man. Yeah. I can't. You got anything in the works as far as coming out soon? Or
I do.
Are you recording now, or what's?
I actually just did one last week, and we're going to release it in a few weeks. I went through a divorce, and I decided to write a song called "Let's Be Real with Ourselves." You know, and it's a true story. I try to write from a place of hurt, pain, love, all that. You know, I try to write from what I'm feeling and what I've been through, and that's where that song came from. I'll actually be doing that tonight. So.
That's great, man. I can't wait to hear that, because anything that's real is kind of what I gravitate towards anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
And so do the fans. You know.
Yeah.
When people hear a real story then that they can relate to, it's much better than just some catchy hook or catchy melody.
When I was fortunate to write it with my stepmother, Jennifer Layne, and you know, I was stuck. I couldn't get a second verse to come out. I had the whole song.
But you're the verse guy.
But I'm the verse guy.
Dang.
The first verse guy.
Oh, the first verse. All right.
So I had a verse and a chorus, and I said, I just need you to help me out here. And she said, okay, well, let's try it. And man, I think it turned out really good.
Well, it sounds like you got a talented family. You got the first verse guy and the second verse lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all coming together.
Yeah.
Well, man, you want to play us a couple?
Sure.
All right. Well, let's where can we find your music and people can look you up?
Well, you can find me on Spotify, iTunes,
Okay.
Amazon Music. It's COREYLAYNE Music.
Okay.
Also, you can find me on CoreyLayne.com. I've
All
got,
right.
stuff there. I've got shirts and hats and all that
All right.
jazz that we sell on there too.
All right, Corey Layne, y'all check him out, and we're gonna let him play a couple right now. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you, sir. When you talk to me the way you did last night, I began to wonder, do I need her? Tell me that you love me, then you try to pick a fight. Why do you do it? Girl, it's so useless. Make me bury my head so far in the sand. I just don't know who I am. Girl, you cut just like a knife in my poor old soul. And I don't know whether I should stay or go. Girl, you know I love you, you're the apple of my eye. I tried to tell you, but you won't listen. If I could go back in time, rewrite every line, you know I'd do it. I wouldn't put you through it. Would you make me bury my head so far in the sand? I just don't know who I am. Girl, you cut just like a knife in my poor old soul. And I don't know whether I should stay or go. Stay or go. I don't know if I should stay or go. Stay or go. Stay or go. I don't know if I should stay. Girl, you cut just like a knife in my poor old soul. I don't know whether I should stay or go. I don't know whether I should stay or go. Maybe I should think. I think I'll go. like that tune. Now this song is this next song I'm going to do is one that we're about to release. It's called Let's Take Tonight. It'll be released in about 3 weeks, and you'll be able to get it on Spotify, iTunes, and all them music outlets. And this is the one about the divorce. So. I know it's been a long, hard year. I know our hearts are changing, it's clear. We've run our race and finished dead last. Soon our love will be a thing of the past. Let's take tonight and be real with ourselves. Tried and tried, but that did not help. It was real once that shot on to hell. So let's take tonight and be real with ourselves. See, time is a thing that we can't get back. Our hearts have moved on. Yeah, that's just a fact. We can sit here and cry, but that won't change a thing. So I'll pack up my bags while you take off your ring. Let's take tonight. Tried and tried, but that did not help. It was real once that shot on to hell. So let's take tonight ourselves. Let's take tonight and be real with ourselves.
Thank you, Corey. We appreciate it, buddy.
Thank
Man,
you.
that sounded good.
Appreciate that.
That guy can sing, can't he? Man, singing about some heartbreak. Love it.
That's country.
That sure is. Man, and that steel guitar wasn't hurting it none either. Ooh. Thank you all again for joining us. We're on the Honkytonkitis inside Nashville. I'm Big City Brian Wright. Share this with your real country friends and get them listening to you now. Grab a cold one, and we ain't done with this show yet. But how old is Mike?
60-something.
How old?
60-something.
60-something. Is he getting any money from the government yet?
I don't know.
He needs to start chipping in on this beer.
I think he's working on it.
Hey, back there drinking on it. Oh, there he is. Oh, come on, Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mike. Happy birthday to you. That's Mike Santos, folks. He's back there running the audio for us. I tell you what, he's really blowing us away here. They got it all dialed in, I hope, and I hope y'all are enjoying it. But he's the mastermind. He's the Yoda back there hiding in the corner and is drinking all the IPAs and running the sound for us. Thank you, Mike, and happy birthday to you, buddy. All right, what do y'all got next? This is the Nashville Roundabout. Y'all familiar with those roundabouts? I hate those damn things. I don't know why they try to make them here in the United States, because they're all over Europe and people crash all the time, and now they're trying to bring it to the United States to be all, you know, Europe-y or whatever it is, but it gets everybody confused, and we got one here in Nashville, and it's got naked people in the middle of it. So if you wasn't confused enough driving around a roundabout, now you got to stare at naked people in the middle of one of them here in Nashville. So, I mean, it's like an accident waiting to happen. There's probably lawyers on every corner. Anyway, y'all play this thing, and hopefully it won't confuse you as much as roundabouts confuse us.
I'm still
Get after it now. Nashville Roundabout, written by Mr. Jeff King over here. It's our instrumental this week, extramental. record an album with all these songs that Jeff writes. And it's going to drive everybody crazy like a roundabout, probably. All right, Carlisle's going to come up and play a few for us. What are you playing? Late to the party. Well, that's kind of how we do things around here, ain't it?
They're blowing up our phones, asking where we are. Just say we're almost there. We ain't even in the car. You're rolling 1 for 2, and I'm still picking out my shoes. Never late to the party if I'm late to the party with you. By the time we get there, everybody will be drunk. The chairs will be on tables and the band will be unplugged. We're gonna look real good, but we're gonna look real rude. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry that I'm late to the party with you. Oh, who needs confetti? We're already falling into the groove. And who needs a crowd when you're happy at a party for 2? The world can wait, 'cause I'm never late to the party if I'm late to the party with you. It's a promise when we get in that we'll try to get right out, fake a couple conversations, make the necessary rounds. These kind of things just turn into who's leaving here with who. But I just want them all to see me coming late to the party with you. Oh, who needs confetti? We're already falling into the groove. And who needs a crowd when you're happy at a party for 2? The world can wait, 'cause I'm never late to the party if I'm late to the party with you. Oh, who needs confetti? We're already falling into the groove. And who needs a crowd when you're happy at a party for 2? The world can wait, 'cause I'm never late to the party if I'm late to the party with you. No, I'm never late to the party if I'm late to the party with you.
Yeah, Carlisle. Nice job.
The next song we'll be playing is Rainbow by Casey Musgraves. is finally opened. The rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. You hold tight to your umbrella. Well, darling, I'm just trying to tell ya that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. If you could see what I see, you'd be blinded by the colors: yellow, red, orange, and green, and at least a million others. So tie up the bow, take off your coat, and take a look around. 'Cause the sky is finally opened. The rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. You hold tight to your umbrella. Well, darling, I'm just trying to tell ya that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. Oh, tie up the bow, take off your coat, and take a look around. Everything is all right now, 'cause the sky is finally opened. The rain and wind stop blowing, 'cause you're stuck out in the same old storm again. 'Cause the sky is finally opened. The rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. Tie up the bow, take off your coat, and take a look around. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Carlisle. Man, I don't know if I could sing that one. That's a tough song vocally, especially for a guy like me. I did notice this, and when we decided she was going to do that song, and then we had another one planned, that we've got some weather-related material here at the end of the set. So we're going to play you some weather-related songs here in the springtime. Or it's not quite spring yet, but dang, it feels like it.
Let's do it.
Stand by. What's that? This is where you go to commercial. Y'all familiar with J.J. Cale? He's probably one of my favorite guys to listen to. Good songwriter, good guitar player, and records some cool music, I thought. Play one called The Breeze. Well, they call me the breeze. I keep blowing down the road. Yeah, they change in the weather, ain't no changes in me. Ain't no change in the weather, ain't no changes in me. I ain't hiding from nobody, nobody's hiding from me. I got that green light, baby. I got to keep moving on. I got that green light, baby. I got to keep moving on. I might go out to California, might go down to Georgia, hell, I might stay home. Yeah, they call me the breeze. I keep blowing down the road. Yeah, they call me the breeze. I keep blowing down the road. I ain't got me nobody. I don't give me no loan. That song. We need to record that one, don't we? Yes, we do. I think it's going to be on an album coming up very soon, actually. Yeah. I might as well try it out tonight on all the people out there that don't know any better. We don't have an official record yet, so can't really screw it up. Thank you all again for joining us. We'll play you another one, weather-related song. It's the first song I ever got played on the radio. It's called Summertime. It was like this here. Load up the truck, head to the lake. Y'all hurry up, 'cause we just can't wait. School is out, the work is done. Fresh cut jeans on my new swim trunk. Hop a boat, pitch a tent on the ground. Sing me a song when the sun goes down. I love that summertime. I love that summertime. Turn the kids loose, watch them run. Long chair chilling with a cold one. Sure feels good in the sunshine. I love that summertime. Rise and shine, fish and hoe. Mama cooking eggs on the old brown stove. Daddy sipping from a coffee cup. The water is smooth, y'all better get up. Don't pull back, keep a tight line. Let the boat do the pulling and you'll be just fine. I love that summertime. I love that summertime. Turn the kids loose, watch them run. Long chair chilling with a cold one. Sure feels good in the sunshine. I love that summertime. I'm laid back in the shade, and it feels like I got it made. Don't cost much and it sure is fine, like a big watermelon hanging on a vine. Green eggs, barbecue, ice cream, homebrew, swimming pool, slip and slide, fireworks, fireflies, little dog licking chicken grease on the ground. Big dogs begging me to hose them down. Break 'em out, tune 'em up, gather round. This country band swinging when the sun goes down. I love that summertime. I love that summertime. Turn the kids loose, watch 'em run. Rip the top off the cold one. Sure feels good in the sunshine. I love that summertime. I love that summertime. Yeah, me and you dancing in the moonshine. I love that summertime. Yeah. All right. Thank you all again for joining us. We'll introduce this band right quick, shouldn't we? How about the Honkytonkitis? All right, over here on the fiddle we got Miss Tammy King. Back here behind me on the lead guitar, Mr. Jeff King, her husband. Over here on the steel guitar we got Mr. Kyle Everson. And over here on the drums, Mr. Brian Pruitt. Woo! And on the bass we got Ethan Pilsen. Thank you, Mr. Corey Layne, for joining us this night. Appreciated you coming on board. Thank you, Carlisle, for your contribution this evening. I'm Big City Brian Wright. This is my show, Honkytonkitis, inside Nashville. Thanks for joining us. Y'all come see us again real soon. Have a good night. Barbecue's probably cold by now. You say you need to read.